Why this is so big. How to turn a horse. So a very important part of riding a horse is learning how to turn a horse. This can be a major challenge for you, the beginner inexperienced horse rider. You will find that riding a horse is not like riding a bike, a scooter, or driving a car. Riding a horse is a cooperative effort between a human and a horse. The horse has a brain and a will of their own, rather than buttons and gears. Riding a horse can be wonderfully exhilarating, but you must be able to make turns and other maneuvers. Proper training of the horse is vitally important, unless a person only wants to go in a straight line. Training a horse. Every colt needs to be trained before they can be ridden. Most trainers choose horses they feel are amenable, then a program of training begins. The best trainers are kind, consistent, and determined. When the young horse is large enough for training, it is taught to accept attention from people, to accept the saddle, and finally to accept a human on its back. In this article you will learn why this is so big, how to turn a horse, training a horse. The rider gets trained as well, teaching a horse to turn, learn how to use leg and rein cues, learning invisible dance. In summation, once the horse will accept a rider, the real training can start. The rider gets trained as well. When a person wants to ride horses, they must receive training. A person must be able to effectively communicate their instructions to the horse. The rider must learn different types of cues to give the horse, including basic cues to walk, run, slow down, and to change directions. Other cues include those used in competitive riding of many types. In the show arena, a person's ability to ride and direct a horse is tested as much as the horse's performance. The rider must learn things like the correct leg position, horse riding, leg cues for horse riding, visible guidance, and invisible guidance. Teaching a horse to turn. People, as well as horses, can improve their performance and the ability to work as a team. Learning the leg cues. Western riding technique is important. People who want to have freedom in riding, including the ability of horse and rider to move the other way, is needed. Know the importance of being able to change your horse's direction. The trainer must teach a young horse to go the other direction. Here is a quick checklist in order that would be a great way to lead your horse in the training of how to nudge your horse the other way. Learning how to change directions with your horse leads to better riding and a much safer experience for you, the rider. The first step is to warm up the horse and make sure they are supple on both sides of their bodies. These first lessons go better using a snaffle bit and two-handed riding technique. The horse must be helped to soften their neck, ribsage, and shoulders to make turning easier physically. You will work with the horse to get relaxed and more ready to respond to commands. The second step is to get off the horse and lead them in a small 15-foot circle. Be sure to allow enough slack in using the reins so the horse can be comfortable carrying their head and neck while learning how to move the shoulders and legs to turn in the circle. They must get used to the motion of one leg moving ahead of the other while leaning in one direction or the other. The horse is developing muscle memory, a key to learning to turn properly. As the rider and horse walk in this tight circle, they will work together to move the horse's head and shoulders to the left and the right front foot to cross over the left foot. Again, you are working as a team, and this all aids in muscle memory. A great turning horse will be developed with patience in this process. A note worth mentioning, as the trainer, you should not get in the way of the horse's movement ever. As the horse becomes comfortable walking in the 15-foot circle, the circle is made smaller until the horse can be shown how to perform a real pivot. This is practiced over and over. It is important to keep the horse moving forward and crossing its right foot in front of her left foot. It is very important for the horse as they are learning to maneuver the front legs for a turn. The rear of the horse must remain normal for forwarding motion. The back legs are to be kept in a straightforward motion, as per normal, walking and running. If the horse tries to put its right foot behind its left leg, it is time to take it out of the circle and have it trot to get the forward motion back. When the horse is trotting, it is now in normal motion. You can then take it back to the turnaround or circle and correctly move its right foot in front of its left. Now repeat as many times as it takes to imprint the moves on the horse. A relaxed horse will learn better. For some more great pictures and very detailed directions on horse training, I would recommend an industry favorite site called Horse and Rider. You may find some very interesting horse subjects covered by going here. For extra reading on horses, learn how to use leg and rein cues. Using the cue inside leg to outside rein to make your horse move better in turns would be well worth your effort and time. This is just one type of cue you can use to obtain a direction change, a turnaround. To teach him or her to be a great direction changer can only bring benefits to your horse riding. So using your leg cues will be very big for you to get good at doing. The slightest pressure in one direction or the other will cue your animal to move forward or move backward. In this case, you will want to with your right thighs just to apply the slightest pressure on the horse so that they will move away from the pressure. This would mean the horse will be moving to the left. Then as you do this, to add a slight pulling on the reins to move the head of the horse in the left direction, then you will be able to successfully work with the horse, and then the result is to be moving to the left. You have changed direction with your ride, to the left this time. Learning invisible guidance. As the rider, you would do well to learn many different types of riding techniques. It will bode well for you to get good enough so that they become automatic and seamless. Learn how to change directions with your horse and use other techniques such as inside leg to outside rein, invisible guidance, having a proper seat, finding a horse's rhythm, directing with pressure, and controlling speed and other movements. Repetition is the key to good training. This will develop your horse with great turn habits, a much sought-after skill. In summation, patience with your horse is extremely important. If your horse is warmed up properly and trained with patience, your riding will become an awesome, relaxing, and fun time for you. Remember, man and horse working in unity is your goal. Moving your horse the right way is one of the best things you can do to improve your Western-style horse riding.